Okay, find your comfy laying down posture, and we'll take a few moments just to settle in here. Close your eyes. Let your breath get slow. Allow your chest to be really big as your shoulder blades get super heavy. So shoulder blades are actively pressing down, and you might kind of waggle and fidget yourself. See if you can allow yourself to eventually settle into stillness, where you can focus all of your awareness and available energy on just breathing very deeply and with very precise expansion and contraction. So actually moving your body intentionally with the breath, rather than just allowing this kind of involuntary breath that we are very blessed to have, because it saves us a lot of trouble, that our bodies just breathe on their own. But what happens when we really intentionally expand on the inhale? Okay, pulling the diaphragm way down away from your shoulders. So think of your diaphragm inside, pulling down towards your pelvis. So sucking in air into your huge rib cage, pressing down on your abdominal organs so your belly puffs open. And with the exhale, everything pulls back inward. The diaphragm compresses up toward the lungs, squeezing the air out. Your abdominal cavity expands and your belly button pulls in towards your spine. Okay, your rib cage actively contracting. So there's so much to think about here if we're going to breathe really intentionally. It should feel good, okay? All of the muscles of your back, your core, everything is getting a great massage from the inside when we breathe deeply this way. From here, friends, let's begin to warm things up a little bit. If you bend your knees and bring your feet up close, near where your hips are, and walk the feet kind of wide, then you'll have a nice, we have a nice space for opening hips. So we'll just allow the hips to drop side to side. Allow the knees to drop side to side. The hips will internally and then externally rotate, side to side. Okay, this is also a bonus glute massage. So if you're a runner or a cyclist and your glutes are sore, this is a really nice way to use the floor and gravity to your advantage, kind of smooshing out all the glutes. Great low back massage too. Do you feel that rotation in your low back? Okay, this twist kind of rolls up your spine. Let's see if you could activate it even more, drawing the knees downward. Okay, next time the knees point up, let's get all the legs up in the air. Okay, we can circle the ankles out here. I like to do circles, and we'll do the full ankle suite since ankles are one of our foci today. We do the circles the other way, and I like to do at least 10, okay? 10 ankle circles, both directions. And then let's do some figure eights, okay? And this is where it starts to get a little weird, and that's okay. Allow your feet to kind of wrangle with this figure eight shape. And if your shins and your calves are getting tired, that's okay. Rewind your figure eights. If you hear some crackles and pops, and there's no pain, of course, then that's great. You're moving synovial fluid around, lubricating your joints. Okay, now that we've done figure eights and circles, write capital letters, okay? Capital letters. Shins are getting tired. All right, go ahead and pause. Okay, you should be feeling some nice heat in your legs. Bend your knees here and put your hands on your thighs. And we'll have about a right angle in our knees as we float them over the hips. If it's all right with your neck and shoulders, go ahead and pick your head up off the floor and your shoulder blades, but do it in such a way that your neck remains long. So think of there being a space between your chin and your chest and a lot of space on all sides of the neck. Okay, now I want you to resist your legs. Push against your legs and your legs push against you. It's challenging, but you can do it. Breathe here. Push the legs and the legs push you. 3 more breaths here. 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. Push harder than you have. Nice, let it go. Wow, do you feel your core and your abs kind of lit up? Okay, drop your hands beside you, your feet next to your hips, knees are pointing up. Okay, we'll do some bridges, but these will be special bridges. Let's get one leg up in the air. Okay, you can bend the knee at any time, and you can always put the foot down if one leg is a little too much. So here we go. We have right leg up. We'll make the left leg the strong leg. And don't forget to use your upper body as well to press the floor. You can use that. So let's bring the hips nice and high. You can think of inhaling as you open up and lift, and exhaling as you bring it down. Okay, keep it going. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Okay, inhale, lift, and we'll hold here. Hold and breathe. Now activate your left heel. So that's the grounded heel. Try to drag it toward the back of your head. So really activating that hamstring. Now, here's what we're gonna do with the right leg. We're gonna point the right toe at the front of the mat and then back up at the ceiling, maybe a little closer to the back of the mat. Point it at the front of the mat. Point it at the back of the mat. One more time, front of the mat and back of the mat. Point that right toe behind you. For 3, push the floor with that left heel. 2, remember to drag the left heel towards your shoulder blades. And 1, let it go. Drop your hips, drop your right foot. Maybe take some windshield wipers and shake that off. Okay, knees are pointing up. Pause. Set yourself up for a 1-leg bridge. Okay, we'll have the left leg up this time. Okay, and hips up, hips down. Remember to breathe up and down. A couple more times, just like this. Okay, are you ready to hold? Come on up, hold and breathe. So activate everything, get it right. We have the right heel moving toward the back of the head. So right hamstring is super active. Okay, left leg, left toe points at the front of the mat. Left toe points at the back of the mat. Push the floor with your arms. Left toe points front. Left toe points back. Keep it going a couple more times, okay? Keep that right leg strong. Keep that right leg trying to drag the heel toward the back of your head. Okay, next time you point the left toe at the back of the mat, hold and breathe. Push the floor. Activate that right hamstring. And let it go. Come on down. Take a few more windshield wipers. Okay, ready for a little bit more core work? We really got the back body just now. We got some nice hip flexor and lower ab work. So let's get right back to it. Okay, we have our knees up over the hips again. This time hands will be reaching up. Go ahead and peel your head and shoulders up off the floor unless it feels bad on your neck. Okay, you can always just rest. And to make it less intense, you can move the knees closer in toward your chest. All right, so find where you'd like to be with this and we'll start to move. Keeping a long neck on all sides. Extend your right leg forward like you're trying to push out through the heel. Follow it with the left hand. Bring them back up. Left leg, right hand. Bring them back up. Let's keep going side to side. Okay, you can think of inhaling back to center, maybe exhaling as you extend. I like to exhale on the effort. So I choose the hardest thing and I exhale there. I like to inhale on the easy. Now you might feel differently, but do think about it, please. And just keep breathing. Let's do 3 more times on each side. If you want more challenge, reach your hands behind you when you're not using them. A little more weight. Okay, next time you reach out through a hand and a foot, hold and breathe. I'm going to hold you here and challenge you a little bit to extend that top leg. Reach out through all your arms and legs, whatever direction they're reaching. Hold and breathe. Feel that warmth building in your core. One more breath here. Switch sides. Hold and breathe. Reach out through everything. Take up so much space. Find a little sense of ease here for 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Go ahead and grab the knees, pull them in. Nice work, friends. Hope you're feeling great. Okay, feeling really warm in the core. Tuck your hands behind your knees. Let's rock it up to a boat. So a little more core work for you, and then we'll take a break from that and we'll move on to legs. But I'd like to do a little boat to half boat transition. So remember, you can always drop your feet in your hands as we move into boat and half boat. Okay, hands behind knees or feet up. So it's kind of whatever works best for you. But roll onto your low back from a boat. I want you to really control it. A half boat. Okay, Ardha Navasana. Exhale as you come up to your Navasana. So we'll just do a few rounds of that. Inhaling back. Exhaling up. 3 more times. Back and up. I know your abs are already tired. 1. Keep it up. Here's our last one. Hold and breathe. Okay, I want you to play around with your leg extension at the knee perhaps. Maybe extending those knees. Maybe reaching your hands forward. Maybe seeing if you could bring your fingers and toes close together. Maybe even loop your big toes. Balancing on your hips. 1 more breath here. Let that go. Okay, if you drop your feet and then drop your hands behind you, make sure your elbows have a little bit of a bend in them and put your fingers out so that it's comfortable, okay? And then lift your hips up high. So we'll think of drawing the hips toward the heels and then back up. Feel how your front body expands when you do this. And then see if you can draw your hips back towards your hands and then back up. So we'll do that a few more times toward the hips. Bring it up. Keep breathing. Toward the hands. And back up. Again, hips toward the heels. Great wrist stretch. Hands. And back up. Okay, 1 more time like that. Heels. Up. Hands. Pause right here when your hips are by your hands. So your hips may be on the floor. That's fine. It's fine if they don't lift up off the floor. But if you could, even with your knees bent maybe, could you lift your hips up off the floor? And we'll think of breathing here. Okay, I want you to really push the floor down. If it doesn't work, try bending your knees even more. That might help. maybe even blocks beside you so you could push down on that. But let's take one more big breath here with lifted hips. And then as you exhale, pick your hips up again, back where we were before. Okay, soft bend in the elbows. Press your heart up to the ceiling. Okay, really use your shoulder blades to scoop your heart up, and it helps if you externally rotate your shoulders here, so point your fingers out to the side. And I'm going to give you a little challenge here to possibly extend one of your legs and put all 5 toes on the ground. Maybe extend all 2 of your legs and put all 5 toes of that foot on the ground. And then lift your hips, press your heart up. A great stretch for the whole front of your body. Dropping your head if it feels good for 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. All right, friends, if your wrists are a little bit tired and maybe a little hot from that, flip them over. Point your fingers back, your palms up, and just press out your hands. Okay, friends, feeling pretty warm here. Let's flip it over to hands and knees. So if you cross your ankles, you can roll over. Hands and knees. Let's just take some cat-cows to clear it out. Okay, heart rolls forward on the inhale. Push the floor away on the exhale. Okay, maybe shake your head here. Just drop your head, shake it out, since neck is one of our other focuses today. Okay, releasing tension in the back of the skull. Releasing tension on all sides of the neck. Okay, roll sideways here a few times. Find some extra mobility and space in the spine. Then find a flat back. From your flat back, let's start to warm up the legs, okay? Our other focus. Tuck your toes, hover your knees, warm them up, okay? Elbows pull in slightly. Even the knees are pulling toward each other slightly, but there's some space there, okay? And if you'd rather hover just one knee, try that out. Maybe that's a halfway point instead of doing 2 knees down. But keep breathing. Keep the belly button lifting away from the floor. Those knees are hovering just maybe an inch off the mat. Where do you notice this warmth building? Do you notice it in your quads, your hamstrings, your core, or your shoulders? Pay attention here. Feel the heartbeat. One more big breath in. And exhale, send it back to your first down dog of this practice. Welcome to your first down dog. Walk it out nicely. Take some big movement in the legs. Okay. Let's roll the shoulders. Okay, get some nice movement all around the shoulder joint. Okay, loosening up, relieving tension in neck and shoulders is one of our goals for this practice. So the best thing we can do for upset or inflamed tissues is gentle range of motion. Okay, shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Okay, try this. Roll over the top of your feet. Okay, you can try just the right foot, roll over the top of your right foot. Okay, so another one of our goals today is getting into the ankles. So I really want to encourage you to get kind of weird with this and roll all over onto the side of the ankle and find some good spots. Okay, you might get some cracks. And then try the other foot. Give yourself a nice top of the foot massage. Should feel pretty good, okay? And then maybe if you're feeling kind of brave today, feeling kind of spicy, you do both tops of the feet at the same time, and you can roll back on your toes, maybe crack your toes, who knows? All right, friends. Bring your feet up out of that. Should be feeling pretty good. We've been in down dog for a long time. Inhale here. Heart moves forward. Find a plank. Exhale. Hop or step to your hands and fold. Roll it up on your inhale. Reach your heart super high. Okay, let's take a side bend on the exhale. So wrap the belly button in. Exhale, hands one side. The hips go the other way. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the other side. Back up to center. Inhale. Exhale here. Drop into a chair squat. We're going to lift our toes as we drop the tailbone and lift the heart. Up to standing. Inhale. Bring the right knee up. Okay, and we'll balance on that left foot. So here we are. Interlace your fingers and take them around that right knee. And let's pull the right knee in toward the heart. So we are balancing. If you feel like you'd rather stand near a wall or a chair, that's totally cool. And you can always just put the right toe down. But I'd like to stand on this left leg for a little bit. Okay, balancing on one leg is one of my favorite ways to warm up a leg. So let's do it. Now let's play around with this. What if we grab the right ankle with the right hand and point the right knee down and get a quad stretch? Do your best to move your knees toward each other and pull your belly button in, point your tailbone down. Maybe both hands grab that right foot. And maybe you can flex the right foot. Give it a nice flex and move the knee a little bit back. Nothing crazy. Keep your hips level. Keep the knee in toward the midline. Nice quad stretch. Okay. We're bringing that right leg up to center. Could you, with your thumb and bunny finger, reach down and loop the right big toe, okay? And play around with extending it maybe just a little bit. I know I've had you on this left leg for a long time. Okay, give me one breath here. Let go of the right leg. Take a huge breath in. Hold it up in the air. Take a huge exhale. Stay right here with me. Nice. Inhale, bend that right knee, send it up, 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 up. And exhale, step the right foot back into a lunge. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Heart lifts high as you slightly squeeze your knees toward each other. Okay, exhale here, all your hands down. Down dog. Step it back. Okay, shake it out here, walk it out. And we'll take a little vinyasa here just to clear it out. Inhaling here, heart moves forward. Exhaling, hop or step to your hands and fold. Roll it up on your inhale. Interlace your fingers, palms flip up. Keep a long neck. Let's do a side bend. Exhale to one side, hips go the other way. Inhale back up to center. Other side, big exhale. Inhale back up to center. Okay, keep your hands bound. Okay, as you exhale and drop your hips into a chair. Wrap the belly button in. Keep a long neck. Inhale to stand. Maybe lift your heart here. Extend your upper back. And exhale, fold. Palms are down. Inhale, halfway up. Maybe peel your fingers up. And exhale, big fold. Take a moment here to feel spacious in the backs of your legs, maybe holding on to your calves and kind of hugging them. Let your head hang. Maybe shake the head out. Make sure there's no tension in the neck, tension in the jaw. And then we're coming on up. Big breath in, roll it up. Left knee comes up. We're switching sides. Interlacing fingers around that left knee. Could we hug it in close and open up that left hip? Breathe here. Okay. Sometimes I kind of like to lean back a little bit, just see what that feels like. But make sure the left hip is still level with the right. It's not trying to lift. Okay, maybe this left hand comes down for the left ankle. And we can point that left knee down. Try to keep the knees close together. Pull the belly button in, tuck the tailbone, and see if you can move that knee just an inch or two back. It's a very subtle, don't overdo it, just a tiny little pull back. Maybe both hands grab. Okay, as you're ready, bring that leg up and in. Thumb and bunny fingers of the left hand loop around the left big toe. We're going to extend the leg. Now you might have it partially bent. That's not a problem. Just get it up and out. Do what you got to do. We're going to let go. Take one full breath in. Let go of that leg. Send it up. One full exhale. Nice. Inhale, bend the knee, send it up. Exhale, send it back to a lunge, crescent lunge. Inhaling here, lift your heart high. Try to squeeze your knees together. And exhale, all the hands down, down dog. Walk it out and shake it out. And then inhaling here, find a plank. Exhale, hop or step to your hands. Big fold. Roll it up, inhale. Another side bend here. Grab your elbows, belly button in. Exhale to one side. Inhale that. Other side. Inhale, bring it up. Nice. Exhale here. Drop it into your chair squat. Drop, drop, drop your hips. Pull your belly button in. It's challenging. Inhale to lift. Maybe you're lifting your heart, a little tiny back extension here, perhaps. And exhale, fold it all the way down. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Take a moment here in your fold again. Check this out. Join your hands behind you. So hands, fingers interlaced behind you, and move your hands away from your head. Okay. You want a soft bend in your elbows and your palms close, and maybe really bend your knees so that your head can hang. And hopefully these shoulders are able to move up away from your ears, and you feel the front of each shoulder, that interior deltoid, letting go a little bit. It might even feel good to grab opposite elbows here. And some of you are able to put your fingertips together and slide your palms together up your back and do a reverse prayer, okay? Really nice. Feels really good in your wrists and your forearms, not to mention the chest and shoulders. All right, one more big breath here, friends. And let's let it go, okay? Drop your hands, palms are down. Inhaling here, hop it or step it back to a plank. Exhale, come halfway down. Pull your elbows into your ribs. Hold it here, maybe drop your knees. Inhale, back up to a plank. Reach up with your right hand, side plank. You can drop a knee here too, okay? Exhale, plank, and then halfway down. Put your elbows on your ribs, calm and control. Inhale to plank. Reach up with your left hand, a side plank. Nice. Exhale, plank. Halfway down, elbows to ribs. Inhale, back up to plank. This time, exhale, come all the way down. Inhaling here, grip the mat. Pull your heart forward, a cobra. Let's take a few more cobras, okay? Exhale to bring it down, please. Inhale to roll it up. Take a few more just like that. Okay, notice the hips stay heavy. The arms are always strong. And then find your sustainable cobra. So a cobra that you don't need your hands for, and go ahead and hover your hands. And peel your legs up too. All right, hands come behind. See if you want to join the hands here and move them away from your head. Okay, the nose is looking straight down, so the neck is long on all sides. Toes reach away from the top of the head. Your hips are quite heavy here, so intentionally ground into those. And feel a little bit light in your belly button. Okay, the back body really lit up nice and strong here. One more big breath in as you lift a little higher. And exhale, come down, release your hands. Take a moment here just to drop your head and shake it out. Okay, bring your hands back up underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, and I'll meet you in a down dog. Okay, first really intentional down dog of the practice. So take some nice long breath here. Grip the mat with the hands, elbows move in. The feet try to pull the mat back, and the kneecaps try to lift here. Feel your spine getting a little bit longer. Sometimes if you feel like your stance might be a little short between your hands and your feet, experiment with walking your hands out a little further, okay? See if maybe you can get a little more expansion in the chest and armpits. All right, here we go. Inhaling here, the right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, right knee to right elbow. Pause and hold. Okay, now I want to get a little weird with you here. So if you need to drop your left knee at any time, go ahead and drop the left knee, okay? Bend your elbows here so that your left elbow comes onto your ribs. You're kind of putting your elbows under your left rib cage. You're looking out to the right, and see if your right knee will get on top of your right elbow. Okay, I know that's kind of weird, but just bear with me. So left elbow is under the ribs, right elbow is under the right knee. Can you lift your left leg up off the floor? Try it. It's great work for your core. It's great work for your upper body. Great mobility on all counts. Try it one more time. Come up. And then we're bringing it back to a three-leg dog. So tuck the left toes. Inhale here, three-leg dog. Exhale here, drop the right foot between your hands. Walking the hands out to the left here. And I'll spin around to face you. So wide leg forward fold, such a great place to be. Okay, we're gonna kind of bend into one knee at a time, side to side. So all the toes pointed out to the left, bend into one side, bend into the other. And your hands are under your shoulders, your toes are slightly pointed in, perhaps. And when you move your hips to the side, think of also moving them back so that the length of the spine is always preserved. So get really light in your arches here. I want this to feel really good in your ankles, like an ankle massage as you move side to side. Okay, next time you come back into center, let's pause and just enjoy this fold, okay? Here we go. So we'll start walking hands back between the feet and then thinking about pointing the top of your head at the center of the earth. Maybe you walk your hands even back behind your feet, and you can think about putting your elbows over your wrists. If the top of your head touches the floor, just bring your feet closer in. You need a little bit more space, okay? Try that. So take a little time just to hang here. This posture is answering all of our goals for this class, okay? We're having a great release for the neck, all the little muscles underneath the skull, okay? Ankles, nice opening in the outer ankle as we rock up away from the arch. Legs getting a great opening on the inside and back. Take one more breath here, my friends. Then we'll walk the hands back up underneath the shoulders and back over toward your right foot. Okay, let's bring it back to a down dog. And take a quick little vinyasa just to transition. Heart moves forward, inhale. Exhale, hop or step to your hands and fold. Roll it up, inhale. Side bend, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Side bend to the other side, exhale. Back up, inhale. Sit into your chair squat, exhale. Drop your hips nice and low, friends. Maybe look up. Inhale to standing, maybe lift your heart, a tiny back extension here. And exhale, fold it. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale to plank. You can hop or step. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here, a left leg up and out behind. Exhale here, left knee to left elbow, pause. Okay, we're gonna try that weird arm balance again. So bear with me. Maybe you drop the right knee. You can totally do it with the right knee down, okay? Bend the right elbow and set your right ribs on top of it. Bend the left elbow and set your left knee on top of it. And then practice picking up the right foot. Maybe practice 5 or 6 times. No problem if it doesn't work. If it does work, awesome. Maybe try a couple more times. Set the right toes down. Inhale. 3-leg dog. Send that left leg up and out behind. Exhale. Drop that foot between your hands. Walk the hands out to the right side of the mat. And I'll spin around to meet you again. So here we are. This time, we'll get a little bit more twisty. Okay, so keep the toes turned inward, please. And a light lift in the arches, like you're trying to suck up the center of your foot while leaving weight in your outer foot and your heel and your toe ball mounds. Okay, hands under shoulders. Your spine has some nice length here. And we're inhaling, one hand up. Think of pressing into the bottom hand as you activate the shoulders and widen your chest. Exhale, switch. Inhale. One hand goes up. So we just switch sides, other hand's pressing down. Exhale, switch. Inhale, other side. So you keep going just like this, and I'm just gonna freestyle here and give you some cues. Okay, we want to think about the length of the spine, please. So always the tailbone moves away from the top of the head when we twist. That's one of our main priorities. And the bottom shoulder, make sure especially that the bottom shoulder is active and plugged in and that you're not just yanking the shoulder, okay? Twisting into the tissues. Okay, next time you reach up with one, hold right there, whatever it is, hold and breathe. Move your tailbone away from the top of your head. Stack that top shoulder and strengthen the bottom shoulder. One more big breath in. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, other hand up. Hold and breathe. Tailbone is long, top of the head is far away from the tailbone. The bottom shoulder is strong, the top shoulder opens more. One more breath. Let it go. Nice. Okay, we're going to fold again. So you can walk your hands back between your feet like we did before, maybe shortening your stance if you tend to fold easily here. Or I'm going to give you a fun option. Maybe take your feet wide away from each other if you like playing around with that floor straddle, okay, that floor split. You can come down to your elbows. I would keep a slight bend in your knees and keep your feet flexed. And this is another little bonus ankle stretch here. All right, so maybe 1 or 2 more breaths, either in your fold or your floor split. And as you're ready, bring yourself back up. Shimmy yourself back in. And it's time for us to walk our hands over by the left foot. Left foot. Step it back to down dog. This will be our last down dog of the practice. Go ahead and notice how different it feels from the first one that we did. Okay. And then as you're ready, back down to your knees. And we'll end in a comfortable seat today. So I want to explore half lotus and lotus with you. So if you just start in a crisscross applesauce kind of spot, then we can get there together. If you pick up your right ankle, okay, and stack it on your left thigh, okay, then you can kind of slide it inward if you need to, towards your hip, if that's appropriate for you, or you can slide it outward towards your knee, if that's appropriate. So you don't have to feel pressured to find any particular place. Just find what feels nice, and you can play around with the positioning of that left foot. Okay, so just think of one of the legs being on top of the other. And we'll take a few breaths right here, circling out the neck. So definitely want to hit the neck before we rest. So with your longest spine in your half lotus, point your nose at your belly, and then point it at your right shoulder. And then point it up at the ceiling. Make a rainbow. And then down to your left shoulder. And then back down at your belly. So we're making circles with the nose. You get the idea. Remember to breathe and try to keep your neck long. Okay, you might notice that it's tempting for your shoulders to kind of squish up by your ears when you do this. See if you can keep the shoulders low down and relaxed. Okay, maybe even kind of leaning back into this if you need to. Massaging all the tissue at the base of the skull. Maybe 2 more times this direction, and then we'll switch. Okay, when you look down again, change directions. Maybe 2 more, guys. And next time your nose points down, pause. Lift your head back up. Notice how your neck feels. If you were in a half lotus, let's switch sides and we'll begin to just rest, okay? We'll take the left foot, pick it up, and stack the ankle somewhere on the right thigh, anywhere from your knee towards your hip crease. And that left foot, you can just fold it, relax it underneath the right leg. The right foot can just be floppy underneath the left. So many feet and legs. So in your half lotus here, just breathe. Feel your spine long and rising up out of the bowl of your pelvis. Feel your shoulders heavy on your back, your heart buoyant. Gentle rise and fall in your belly. Just spend a little time being still and letting your body soak up the magic of your practice here. And cultivate a little moment of bliss here. Please keep resting like this for as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me.